Hi, I'm here with Chez, Kane. It's Ryan from Rockfiend, and of course, Chez, Kane of Kane and Chez, Kane, if you like.
Yeah, pretty much.
How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. You good?
Good, good. Yes.
Busy?
I'm very excited at the moment. Very busy, very excited, as you can imagine.
I wonder why. Because of course, your new single, "Too Late for Love," has just recently come out.
Yes, last
Um,
Wednesday.
Definitely fantastic rock and kick-ass track. It's fantastic anyway, and obviously it takes us all back to sort of like the best of the '80s, really.
Yes, it
Um,
hits that nostalgia feeling.
that's it, and unsurprisingly, a heady influence of Crazy Lixx there.
Oh,
I
yes,
wonder why
definitely.
that is. Because of course, Danny Rexon did he write all the tracks, didn't he? He wrote all
Yeah,
the
he has.
songs?
He's written and produced the whole album.
Was there any input from you to change anything at all when you were doing that?
Not lyrically, no. I was always happy with what he sent over, and yeah, we just worked really well together with that. He came up with this whole idea. He put the songs to me, and I absolutely fell in love with them because I've always been into that kind of music, and it just went from there really. But he's written all the songs, and he's done an amazing job.
Brilliant, yeah. Because I mean, like going back to the single, are you surprised, delighted, elated, titillated by the reaction that it's got at the moment?
I'm absolutely overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't expecting the response that has been received. And yeah, I'm still taking it all in at the moment. I got to be honest.
But obviously, you've just did your sort of one take video as well. Obviously, that's up on YouTube.
Yeah, I did that as well. That was
You couldn't
awesome.
tell it wasn't pre-recorded, apart from, of course, you're sort of talking guitars and in between time. So it's like, that's brilliant in itself. And of course,
Oh, thank you.
Danny's sharing those as well, isn't he? Which he should be.
Yeah, he is.
He has a vested interest.
I know, he's supporting me so much.
He's responsible for this. So what's it been like? What was it like working with Danny on the album?
It's been really, really good. Everything that he's put to me, I've absolutely loved. Like the ideas that we've been bouncing off each other, we've both absolutely loved. So we've just clicked really well. We see the same vision, and everything's just happened very naturally. It's like we're both thinking the exact same thing. It's really weird. He'll message me and I was like, I was just thinking that. And then I'll do the same. And he's like, I was just thinking that. So it's worked out really well.
So how did you come to hook up with him? Did he sort of seek you out, or did you, how did it transpire?
Well, it all started with me doing covers on YouTube, which I'm really, really glad that I did. So obviously I've got a YouTube channel and I've been doing covers of like the likes of Vixen and Pat Benatar. And Danny obviously came up with this idea. He wanted to create this project and he was scouting for some singers, came across my channel, saw Vixen Edge of a Broken Heart cover and messaged me, and it all went from there. And he asked me if I wanted to demo some songs for this project. And obviously I was like, yes, please. So I went on to demo the songs. He put them in front of Frontiers. They were very happy with it. And then he offered me the project. And obviously I snapped it up.
Yeah, obviously. And getting to go to Sweden must have been quite good. Have you been there before? Was it the first time?
I have been to Sweden before. It was a fly-in visit with Kane when we were on tour with House of Lords. Quite a while ago now. I think that was about 10 years ago, but it was a very fly-in visit. So it was nice to go back there and see a little bit of it. It was only a little bit because we were very busy, but yeah, it's a very beautiful country.
Slipped out of the UK during lockdowns.
I know, I wasn't expecting to be able to go. So I was quite fortunate to be able to go. Obviously I was all masked up and everything.
But not in the video, of course. That would have been weird.
Yeah.
She's being held prisoner.
I said that in such a weird way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Unless that was off camera, I don't know. I promise not to make it strange, but
yeah, let's move on from that.
So I guess obviously the '80s influence and everything else, and Crazy Lixx. Do you feel it's a fair comparison with things like Vixen and to other female vocalists like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. It has all those influences in there. I know Danny's favorite kind of style of music is that, and obviously the first rock love that I had was Def Leppard. So obviously I've gone on to like heavier bands as well, but it always stems back to that 80s nostalgic, good feel music. Yeah. So there's definitely hints in there of all the greats from the 80s.
It's kind of a shame that it's sort of still seen as nostalgic, really, because it probably should be the kind of music that's still alive and kicking today, but we know it isn't.
Yeah, but that's why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to make it big again.
I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back
and making it big.
And the good thing is as well, all these shows like Cobra Kai and Stranger Things, they're kind of trying to do the same thing. So I feel like I'm there to push it as well. That's what I want. I want to get on Cobra Kai. I want my song on Cobra Kai.
And you'll be taking up karate at some point.
Yes. How awesome would it be to get the songs on Cobra Kai?
Any ins, any ways in to get that done?
I don't know. Anybody out there? Anybody know?
Yeah, I can get the songs onto Cobra Kai. Yeah, I mean, the nostalgia piece is great, but I think the problem is with it being, I suppose, a genre steeped in nostalgia, if you like, to coin previous phrases, is that it's getting the younger people to buy in and sort of start listening to this stuff as well. You know?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm hoping that I will touch on that because I really want to bring that good feel music back because I feel like it's really missing in on the radio today. I really do. Yeah,
God knows what happens on the radio today. It's a strange thing, but I mean, at the moment, how to get music out there is a strange thing. The lack of financing it and all the same is just equally as difficult. But what was I going to say? I was really thinking, I suppose, more towards the fact that the people that listen to this are of a certain age now, aren't they? Because if you flip it back to the 80s, you're sort of talking 50 plus, maybe, you know, even older.
Yeah.
Not me, of course. I'm sub 50. It's fine.
I'm not, and I love it.
Sub 50, exactly. That's the point. And it's the point of getting everybody else to like it. There are pockets of people, but it's making sure that it gets out to the masses rather than just a minority.
Yeah, definitely.
That's fun as well. So obviously, moving on to other things you've got going with Kane. Is that still a big thing going on, Kane? Are we still expecting stuff from them as well?
Oh yes, definitely. It is a little bit quiet at the moment. It's pretty difficult because obviously there's 7 of us and the lockdown situation has just messed everything up. We were supposed to be touring early last year and we had to cancel that, obviously, like everyone else. We were going to start doing an acoustic album, which has kind of gone on hold because we can't really all get together at the moment, which is really frustrating. And we want to get together to do it because some people in the band don't have the studio that I have in my home, so we can't do it together. But yeah, definitely there is more Kane stuff coming. It's just a matter of when.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah, and a tour which could happen in 2025 maybe.
Oh yeah, who knows when that's happening.
I think we all try and stay positive and thinking, well, actually, if it starts to open up in sort of March, April time, could things start to happen? But it's probably the last thing on the list.
I know.
I've even thought about, sadly.
I think all we've got to do is this and hope.
So I was going to say, what actually initially inspired you to make music? Because I know you've been singing since you were 5. Just wondering what you were singing at 5 years old. It probably wasn't 80s rock.
I've probably been singing from the second I could actually speak, to be honest. It's in my family. So my grandparents have been in bands. My dad's a singer. My auntie's a singer. Then Stephanie, the eldest sister, who's also in Kane, she started singing first. And then Stacey and I kind of got a little bit jealous, as you do. And then we kind of just followed in our family's footsteps, really.
So you wanted a piece of that and to get, but it's worked out well, isn't it? I mean, God, it
yes,
worked
definitely.
out better. And here you find yourself as a solo artist.
I know, it's crazy. Look where I am now. It's mad.
And look where it could go.
I'm stuck at home. Woo!
Oh, we're all stuck at home.
I
Looking
know.
to the walls.
I want to get out there and I want to promote the album, and it's really frustrating, but I'm sure I'll get there at some point.
And singing live has got to be the biggest miss as well, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's what I absolutely love the most. So I think everybody in this industry loves touring the most, and we're really missing it. And it's a massive impact on all of us artists at the moment.
I was going to say, thinking to the album again, because I'm going to harp back to that, because it's a big thing coming up, and of course it's going to be released, a couple of months' time now?
12th of March.
I know, I was going to say, we have the opportunity, 12th of March, yeah. When you were originally signed to Frontiers, what was that feeling like?
It's really surreal. I wasn't expecting it. I'm going to tell you a story. I was literally watching Netflix when I had this offer. I was just sat there, as you do, just chilling. And I had this offer and I was like, oh my God. I've got to work my ass off for this, and I did. I literally was in my studio the next day demoing these songs. I was like, this has got to be perfect because this is what I want, and I know this project is for me, and I really put my all into it. And then when I had actually got accepted and they offered me the project, I was absolutely over the moon, as you can imagine. Running up and down, a little bit excited.
Would never be able to tell.
I know. I don't hide my emotions very well. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
That's a good thing. It's better to smile, be happy and laugh. My God.
I know. I'm going to have major wrinkles from this, though.
So I'm probably not surprised, but was there ever an idea of you, I suppose, doing a joint or a duet with Danny when you're recording the album? Was that not a thing?
Well, Danny's on the backing vocals, so I don't know if you can hear him throughout, but no, that never came up. But maybe in the future, who knows? That would be good. That would be awesome. I'd love that.
Who, in fact, who would you like to collaborate with if there was anybody, and maybe why? Don't say Danny because that would be an easy get out. But if there was,
obviously Danny. No, that would be insane. One person I've always wanted to collaborate with actually is Eric from Heat.
Right, cool.
Yeah, and I have actually talked to him about it.
Eric, formerly of Heat.
Yeah, formerly of Heat now, yes, actually. But I actually spoke to him about it a while ago, and we talked about it, but it never actually happened. So maybe in the future, who knows?
It could happen again, yeah, absolutely. And he's wild and crazy, so that, you know.
Yeah, he's working on some awesome stuff at the moment. Yeah. I've seen some clips that he's been posting, so I'm really excited to see what he's working on.
Brilliant. You might have done this already, but you know, this is just some strange questions. I mean, it's not strange, but
no, don't put me on the spot now. Come on.
If you could open a show for any artist at all, that's suggesting you're not headlining this one, who would it be? The ultimate.
Okay, well, it's difficult because I like loads of different styles of rock.
Yeah.
So before with Kane, I really wanted to open for the likes of Alter Bridge.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, obviously, because I'm a massive fan of Alter Bridge. I've always wanted to work with Miles as well. Yeah. That would be a dream come true. So yeah, maybe the likes of Alter Bridge or Hailstorm, that kind of thing for Kane, because obviously it's the style of music.
Yeah.
For this project, I haven't really thought about it. Obviously, the greats like maybe Lita Ford, Vixen, Heat, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. You've put me on the spot there.
Yeah, it's difficult to know the answer. That's what I mean. That's why I put you on the spot. That's what the questions are for.
I feel like there should be. I don't know if there will, but I feel like there should be a crazy Lixx Chez Kane tour.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. I mean, we haven't talked about it at all, but Danny.
Now it's
Danny. I've said it now.
Sell by the bucket load.
Yeah.
In a time that maybe you can take it to different countries, maybe.
Yeah. I'd also like to open up for bands like Def Leppard if that was a you know, an offer, but they're like up there, so that would be a dream come true.
Aim for up there then.
I'm gonna aim for up there, so I'm gonna say Def Leppard.
So Def Leppard, that's your final answer. We'll lock that one in.
That's my final answer.
So this is a strange one as well. Do you sing in the shower? I bet you do.
I don't actually.
No, you don't.
You know, that's really weird. I was thinking about this the other day because I was sat in the shower and I was like, why don't I sing when I'm in the shower?
You actually thought that?
I did, because I'm kind of weird when I shower because I like to sit on the shower floor and just chill.
Okay.
So instead of standing and having a shower, I like to kind of just chill, and I don't actually sing. And I was actually thinking about it, and I don't sing.
As if you do. People sitting at home thinking, actually, why don't I sing in the shower? And if I did, what would I sing? Would it be my own songs or somebody else's?
I think it's more like a peaceful shower for me. So I kind of like try and switch off a little bit when I shower.
Excellent. Fine. No, that's not something for everybody else to think about, Chez in the shower. Again, we've taken it to somewhere else it didn't need to be. And
just to let everybody know, you should sit on the shower floor and chill, because it's the best feeling ever.
Absolutely. So, oh God, I shouldn't probably ask that question because we know partly the answer. Which of the musicians you most admire, and probably what's your top 5 favorite artists? Again, an on-the-spot question.
5 favorite artists? What, bands or actual just musicians?
Could be anybody, musicians or bands.
Okay, I'm going to go with bands because bands is easier for me off the top of my head right now. I'm going to say Alter Bridge, Heat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say bands I'm listening to a lot at the moment then, okay? So Alter Bridge, Heat, Def Leppard, Crazy Lixx, and I'll go with Lee Aaron because I've been listening to a lot of Lee Aaron recently.
Aha.
Yes.
So could that be one of an inspiration or an influence within your vocal style? No, or is it just something you listen to?
I didn't actually know much stuff of Lee Aaron until I started working with Dainty.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been a massive fan of Vixen and Robin Beck and people like that. But Lee Aaron, I hadn't actually heard of very much. I'd seen her name up on posters and stuff, but I didn't know she was one of the 80s greats. So Danny's actually introduced me to a few amazing female greats from the 80s. And since I started listening to some of her stuff, I've just had it on repeat as well. So yeah, she is absolutely fire.
So it's taking you some time to get on board with that one. She's, Canadian, been around for a hell of a long time, so.
But yeah, but she's absolutely insane, and she's still going. So that's somebody else I'd love to gig with as well.
Exactly, longevity is the key.
Yes, definitely.
But bring it back, make it something again.
I'm here. I'm gonna bring it back.
What's the best advice, or maybe the best and worst advice you've ever been given in respect of what you're doing now? The worst advice is probably don't do it, you'll never make it. But the best advice could be something else. Best
advice. I've always taken the best advice from probably my parents because they've always kept me quite grounded. Not to get my hopes up too much, just in case things don't work out, because sometimes you can get really excited about stuff and then things don't end up happening. So they've always kept us quite grounded, to keep our feet on the ground and just appreciate everything that comes your way and try and make the most of that moment. So my parents definitely give the best advice there by keeping our feet on the ground and just enjoying each moment as it happens. But worst advice? I don't know. I can't think. You're putting me on the spot.
It doesn't have to be a worst advice.
I don't know. You get your comments from people that, aren't into what you're doing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody gets their haters, but it's fine.
The strange people who give a thumbs down on YouTube for a song that kicks absolute ass, like the one take video. It's like, who spends which 13 people, is the last time I looked, spends their time going thumbs down? Why?
I know, I was talking about that the other day, because even if I'm not a fan of something, I still appreciate the work that goes into that. So I would never ever put a thumbs down on anything. I don't understand it, but it's each to their own. It's fine. I'm good with it.
Well, don't do it, just move on.
Yeah, exactly. Move on to the stuff you like.
It's like a post on social media, it's anything else. If you've got nothing to say that maybe is anything positive and it doesn't float your boat, then why sit around and read it?
Yeah. I know, they just want to be heard, bless them.
Yeah, to tap out their next derogatory statement, for example.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you said, obviously, the album, as we know, is out on the 12th of March.
Yes.
10 tracks.
Yes.
Nobody probably, not anybody will have heard it in the wider world. But what's been your favourite song on the album so far? Aside from Too Late for Love.
I absolutely love Too Late for Love, but it's not my favourite on the album.
Yeah.
It's my second favourite on the album. My absolute favourite of the album is the first song I demoed, because it's always going to hit that feeling of this is the song that got me the project, and it's called Better Than Love.
Brilliant.
Yes.
And that's number 1 on the track listing.
It is, yes.
First on the album, which is a teaser for everybody because they haven't heard it. So it's like, well, I can't relate to that, but never mind.
You'll all hear it soon enough, and I just absolutely love it. It's a fantastic song, and I think it's one of Danny's favorite songs as well. And it is the first song that he sent me to demo, so I put my all into it, and it just hit that spot of me knowing I wanted the project. So that song is always going to be my favorite of the album.
Right, brilliant. Not that you need to do this, but do you think you're ever going to do a covers album, if you like? It's not needed, but it got you kind of to the position where you're in at the moment. So
Yeah, loads of people have asked me to do that since I do all the covers on YouTube, and it is something that I definitely would be interested in doing in the future. Not sure when, but it's definitely something that I would think about.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be something on the agenda now, let's be honest. You've got your own album coming out.
I know, I'm excited about this.
You said you've got an album coming out in March, yeah, just to mention it.
Yeah, 12th of March.
So I suppose beyond the album, is there anything planned in the future? What's next for you? It's difficult to plan a tour, difficult to plan a gig, but is there something that's in the future?
I just really want to get out and promote the album, and obviously it's very difficult at the moment. So all I can do right now is sit at home and just promote it the best I can and hope that the day is going to come where I can start booking tours. And that is my plan. I really want to get out on the road because it's what I live for. I love just letting all the emotions out on stage and meeting up with everybody. We all have a great time. People that come to these gigs, that's the future plans. I want to get gigging as soon as possible. And then hopefully if this album goes down well, do another album.
Well, I can't see it not going down well. Let's be honest.
I'm already thinking about the next album. Come on.
Yeah, Danny's written it already. There's already 12 songs in the bag for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about gigs, have you ever considered the live stream side of things? I know, it's a big thing at the moment. For some bands, obviously to get donations or charge for it, whichever.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would consider doing?
It has been something I've considered doing. I haven't actually done it. And I think the reason why is because I love going to a gig. And I feel like you don't get the same impact when you're doing these videos online as when you're actually at a gig. So I kind of just haven't done it because I want the impact to be there when I do gig the music. Do you know what I mean? I have been thinking maybe that I'll do a little something when the album comes out, because obviously I haven't done anything. And depending on what the current situation is in then, to maybe do something around the album release. But yeah, it's not been a thing that I've thought about because I want to be out gigging. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm absolutely enjoying all the people doing these videos. Like I know Taiketo Danny Vaughan does live shows, and I've been loving those. But for me personally, I want to go and let it all out on stage.
Yeah, it's certainly, and obviously I don't perform on stage, sadly. Well, nobody will want to hear that anyway, but no, there's no atmosphere, there's no build-up when you're watching a live stream gig. I mean, I've been involved in live stream gig myself, not as a performer, but whilst watching it from the floor,
Yeah.
you're a band or an artist playing to no crowd.
Yeah.
But you're ultimately kind of try and feel that you're trying to play to somebody that isn't in the room, which must be the most difficult thing.
Yeah, and I've still been managing to keep myself like proactive with music. So obviously I've been working on the album as well. So I haven't had loads of time because I've managed to be fortunate enough to record the album from home. And then I've been putting up the odd cover on YouTube. It's just that I haven't really, I don't know, I really want that buzz. When I tour this music, I want the buzz with it. So
yeah, there's no buzz for sitting at home. Absolutely
well,
zero.
you've got nobody clapping for you, and you're like, are there people out there clapping? I don't know. It's gonna be like, yay, awkward.
You want sort of like that piped in clapping noise when you played something, which
yeah,
doesn't work at all.
Put the fake crowd in, and the crowd goes wild.
The fake crowd. It's like watching a fake sporting event with fake crowd noise. It's no point. God, let's get out of this now. But like everybody else, I'm chomping the bit to see a gig.
Oh yeah.
Sadly, and this is no offense to any band or artist out there, I'd probably go and see anybody at this moment in time.
I know. I know, just to get out
and specifically go somewhere.
I know, and the feeling of just meeting up with everybody and having a catch up with everyone in the rock industry and all the fans, and it's just yeah, I just miss it. I miss it a lot.
Yeah, I would draw the line at certain artists. I did lie when I said I'd see anybody. It probably wasn't true. Yeah, I mean, it's been absolutely fantastic talking to you. I just wondered if you've got a message for the fans out there. They should know they've got an album coming out, but obviously, have you got anything else to say for them?
Well, mainly, I just want to thank everybody for the support because I'm absolutely overwhelmed. I wasn't expecting the response that I've had for the album. I've got loads of new people messaging me and I'm so grateful. And I really, really want to thank everybody. I want to tell everybody to make sure you check out the whole album because I feel Danny and I have put our heart and souls into it. And I think you're all going to absolutely love it. Well, I hope that you are. But mainly, thank you all so, so much.
It's been awesome speaking to you, Chez. It's been fantastic. You've been brilliant.
Thank you for inviting me.
And you're also happy and lovely and bubbly. What more could you ask for?
Maybe a little bit too much. I'm very excitable.
Don't blame you. So we'll catch you somewhere else down the line, hopefully in a gig somewhere up there.
Yes, yes.
Some point.
Bring it on.
Yeah, speak to you soon.
Bye, everyone.